Hey, spiritual superstars, how are you today? So, I wanted to just share about the in between. When you go from point A to point B in your business, and it gets really scary, or in your purpose, or your calling, or you've begun your mission, it gets really super scary. And it's important that you pay attention to the process because it's very easy to quit and to just give up because it's very frustrating at some point. So I just want to talk about that real quick. And then we're going to come back over and talk about spiritual practice. So I'm going to do that in a different video. So I'm Nicole. Definitely come on in and type in your 4 1s, the opening of the spirit realm. And we will just go ahead and get started. So for anybody that is seeking to go in their business as a card reader, as a coach, as a practitioner, retail, business owner, in spirituality, I have just been recognizing some things in myself, my own business, my process, and in my clients. And part of that big thing is really the in between. When you start your business or you decide that I'm going to go into my mission, my calling, my purpose, I am a spiritual life coach, for example. I have a lot of spiritual life coaches as personal clients, as a matter of fact, which is really super cool. And so you might be deciding that, I want to give, I want to be the change, or um, I want to affect someone else to the point of just having this internal smile on their soul. Whatever it is that you, wherever you're at in your journey, whatever it is that you want to do, and wherever you're at in that process, you have to take a leap forward. And in that leap forward is the in between, because then you are not totally where you want to be either way. So you don't want to go back to the past of either being broke or broken or just in a position, a job, a career that you don't want to be in, or just jobless, confused, not really happy with your financial situation or your career life. And then you're kind of in this space of you're not quite there and you're not quite where you really want to be, which is the total opposite of where you just came from. So here's what I used to think, that the in between happened just like that. No, the in between happens for as long as it needs to for you to learn what you need in order to not go back to where you came from. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, hit the thumbs up button for me. And don't forget, when you come in, type in your 4 1s, the opening of the spirit realm. So embracing that is embracing your flaws, right? We're all faulty. Embracing that you are a life learner. You're learning in this 3D that we call life, everything that you need to grasp and take with you really to the next world, as my queen mothers used to say when she was here, that we are seeking those skills and that closeness to the Most High so that we have it embedded in us. It's there when we do make our transition into the next world or worlds. So anyway, when you are in that awkward in between stage, it's scary and it causes you to really question yourself, and you have to stay the course. So you might be wondering, well, why am I not getting clients? Why am I not getting enough money? What's going on? What am I doing wrong? great that you're asking that, because then you want to start asking Spirit, why is this happening for me? Because it certainly is happening for you to grow you. So you want to ask to see your spiritual guidance the way that you can see it, to receive it the way you can receive it, and learn from it. It's so difficult to learn from your mistakes, to learn from the awkwardness, to learn from the fact that you don't want to be in the position you're in. You might be, you want to be 10 levels up and past where you're at. But when you're able to just stay there, you're able to see this 3D a lot differently, and you're able to really see your growth. You're able to really see what needs to still change within you. So it doesn't have to just be business. This could be love. When you are reuniting with your twin flame or your soulmate, there's changes that have to happen on your level and on theirs. So in the in-between stage, this is all a part of doing the work, and doing the work takes time. It is a process. So, for example, I asked one of my mentors tonight, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Why is this happening? Why is that not happening? And he was just like, I've been in the business for 20 years. You've been in the business for 2 years. You know, you can't be the leader that you want to be until you are that leader. And it was such a pivot moment. It was like that aha moment, because I'm a leader in spirituality, but in my other business of network marketing, I'm totally not. And I'm learning that. And so I'm embracing the in between in that business, right? So let's take love. You may realize that maybe your lover, maybe your twin flame, maybe your soulmate, maybe your spouse, your significant other is running, and you're wondering, why is this happening? You're kind of in the in between of, you've already reunited, maybe it really got good, and then boom, they're running, and you're not quite where you want to be, which is, as one and together, and it's all good. So embracing that in between is, why is this happening for me? And how am I to learn from this? What do I need to learn from it? But just understanding that it is a process. Do you feel that? You got to feel that. I can't be the only one. Hey, Sintown, how you doing? So yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you. Embrace the moment that you're at by having that conversation with the Most High, and know that it's just the lull period that you're at. If you are maybe in school and you want to, you've already begun, but you're in that lull period, and it's the in between of graduating, and you've got to keep going. And so remember that you're enjoying just learning and studying and obtaining that knowledge, because you're going to be able to synthesize it and apply it later, and you're going to be able to help more people the way you really want to, because that's why you're in school. But it's going to be when it's time, so I hope that really helps you, because it makes you want to pull your skin off. It gets so uncomfortable sometimes, and it is part of the process. It has to happen. Here's what you don't want to do: quit. It's gonna make you feel like quitting. When you're in the in between, you're just quite uncomfortable. And any in between of where you used to be and where you want to be makes you feel totally out of yourself. out of your comfort zone. So it's challenging. Embrace that challenge by asking Spirit, what am I supposed to learn from this? Why is this happening for me? How am I getting blessed from this experience? So when I talked to my mentor, he was able to tell me, and this is just one of my mentors. I'm a coach with many coaches. I believe in that. He was able to help me see, focus on reading and focus on reading these two authors. Love the authors that he suggested. I have several of their works, and I have not been diving deeply into reading lately. I have here and there, listen to my audios, but not on purpose on a schedule. And another thing that he said was, hey, butterfly love. Another thing that he said was something that I had learned that was going on. And when I noticed it was going on in my team, I didn't really know how to handle it. It was a new experience. When he brought that up to me, it made me realize, okay, there's another reason for me to enjoy the process right now and to gain this knowledge and wisdom to become a stronger leader in that business and be able to handle that particular situation differently. And what does that do? It grows you, right? So you have to sit with it. Don't quit. You want to quit. You want to give up. I'm not a quitter. So I say that I want to give up for that minute and I'm back at it. I'm like, oh, it's a challenge. It's a challenge, but I'm a problem solver. So I like that and I embrace it. But it gets to me sometimes, it gets right here, you know? So you have to remember that it is a process. Step away from it, then come back, right? Ask, ask, ask. Have mentors. Never think you need to do it by yourself. That's one thing that I have learned in another business of mine is that people that come in thinking that they can do it all on their own, they do their own thing, they never last long. They never last long and they never are quite successful. When you're in the in-between of building your business, your purpose, your calling, your mission, ask for help. I think that's the best advice that anyone could ever give when you're building your business is to never think that a question shouldn't be asked. It doesn't matter what that question is. How many pages should my ebook be? What kind of format should it be? Should I have a 8-week course? Should I have a 2-day course? Should I have a 2-hour course? Should I charge $27? Should it be donation? Should it be $499? How much should I create of the course? Should I follow the 80-20 rule? What should I give away for free? What platform should I use? Are there templates that I should use versus just freestyling it? Do I have to have a graphic flyer? Are there certain systems that I should stay away from until I'm making a certain amount of profit? I'm earning that profit. How do I reinvest in my business? How do I reinvest in myself? What does that look like? Should I be putting money into Robin, Acorn? Should I be looking at Webull? How should I even be concerned about stock options? Should I be doing cryptocurrency while I'm building my business? Never be afraid to ask questions. Never ever. And you know what I learned recently? I asked some question to somebody, and the answers I got let me know a whole lot about their personality and their intentions, and it let me know that there's somebody that I don't want in my space. I don't want in my circle. When you ask those questions, energy doesn't lie. And so trust that. Trust trust that in your process of building your business, you're going to come across people that see your light shine brighter than you do sometimes. I know it's happened to me. And so those are your tests. Those are the tests. So when you know that you're in talks, conversation with somebody that says they're impressed with you, watch their energy too. It feels good, right? It feels good to be complimented and you're like, oh, thank you so much and everything. But watch their energy. Energy doesn't lie. So yeah, I hope that this helps somebody. Hit the thumbs up button if this has helped somebody. Don't quit. You've got way too much going on to quit. Don't quit. If there's anything that I can do for you, come on, let's start coaching. But don't quit. You got to have that grit. Get that book. Get that book, Grit. Just Google it. You'll find it. Get our book, 7 Steps to Master Any Spiritual Awakening, because undoubtedly when you go into your purpose, you're going through an awakening because you've been alerted. You've been awakened to your purpose, your calling, your mission. One of the three. So, or all of them. 2 out of the 3. you know. But get that book, get 7 Steps to Master Any Spiritual Awakening. Leave me a review. Let me know how I'm doing. Accept that feedback when you're in the in-between. Here comes the meditation, the reflection, right? And focus on what Spirit tells you. What do you receive in your moments of silence? Because that undoubtedly is the Most High. The Holy Spirit will talk to you and minister to you without it being another human being in the picture. And you will certainly understand. Trust me on that. It will come to you the way that you need to hear it. You may hear, you can't afford to quit. I need you to put this energy out there right now. I need you to put this course together. I need you to start doing readings and charging people. I need you to start coaching people professionally instead of for free. I need you to get out there and serve the way that I've been guiding you to. You hear so much in your moments of silence. So in the in-between, that's why isolation occurs in our spiritual awakening, right? So honor that silence, because in that silence, you do not hear from another human being at all. And your human isn't the one that's hearing your spiritual guidance. It's you, the soul within your human. Your human didn't come here to talk to me or to listen to me. That's you, the soul within your human. Your human is a vessel. Your human is told what to do. You're telling your human to come here. And now you're deciding that you're not going to let society, a job, even sometimes parents, your spouse, your fears, experiences tell you what to do. Now, in the in-between, right? In the in-between, you're starting to look at life differently. You're growing. And in the in-between, you're not going to be taking everything that you used to take. You're not going to stand for certain things. Because now in the in-between, you're closer to where you're going and who you are becoming than who you used to be. And in the in-between, right, you are not going back to who you used to be. That person doesn't exist. So no matter how often the circumstances in the in-between and the people that are placed there strategically to teach you and to grow you try to make it so that you feel judged, criticized, mistreated, attacked, unsupported, all that. Now you can look at that and be like, oh, okay, why is this happening for me? Because some people can't go with you once you get over to where you're going. So in the in-between, you've got to be stripped. And it ain't pretty, right? It's not pretty. It's ugly. You got to be stripped from the remnants of who you used to be. And some people that are hanging on in your life, they've got to go, right? They've got to go. They're not allowed to go into the future. They're not. Your old self isn't even allowed to go into the future. So the in-between makes you feel like your skin is being pulled off sometimes, but you don't quit. Don't you quit. Hang on to your target. That's how you handle the in-between. You focus on your desired outcome. Where is it that you're going? What is your goal? What is your vision? What are you supposed to be focused on in your mind's eye? Not all around you, the circumstances, the 3D life, that is the lie. The truth resides inside of your mind's eye, your third eye, your higher self, your sixth sense, connected to here. No one else sees that but you. So very precious vision. What is that? In your moments of isolation, that's what you hold on to. Okay, so that's is so important. So important. Drew Winder says, now I can't connect much with the guru that's up most high, but I am connected with my higher self. That's awesome. Says I got awakened through endless and unexplainable suffering, but got blessed. All right, all right. Wow. That's good. That's good. Hey, Miss, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Just want to ask you a question. One day, I was half asleep and I seen a big bright blue light coming towards me. What did you feel? For me, I mean, it can be any angel that is assigned to you. A lot of people associate blue light with Archangel Michael, chief angel. Um, But it also could be your throat chakra needing to be opened, needing it to be cleansed, paying attention to you communicating your truth, being honest with yourself, needing to really share how you feel and not be silenced to someone in particular or some people. And when it got close to my eyes, I caught the chills all over my body. Awesome. So you know that that is spiritual energy. That is spiritually guided spiritual communication. SGSC. That's a term that I have coined, and it is when you are in connection with spiritual energy, you will feel a metaphysical reaction all over your human. Okay, so absolutely. And when it got close to your eyes, I know you were paralyzed because that was spiritual alchemy that happened, which is the opposite of what your human is used to. And that is awesome that that happened. So when you felt the chills, Batista, when you saw the blue, also paying attention to what else is going on in your five senses, your touch, smell, sight, taste, feeling, all of that. So we got the chills. Were you smelling something familiar, something strange? Were you tasting something the same way? You saw through your mind's eye because you were half asleep. You were in that twilight zone type of in between both worlds energy, which is undoubtedly the best time to receive our spiritual guidance because our human is open to receiving it and not so apt to ignore it or be afraid of it. And you are wide alert and you know what spiritual energy is because you are that. See 1111 on the screen. Take a deep breath in, raise it up. Focus on what your desired outcome is. Thank you so much. When that happens, I simply want you to ask in your behavior what your spiritual guidance is. What you don't want to do is ask for a wish. You don't want to really ask for something specific unless you're at a crossroads and you're still asking, please show me my spiritual guidance the way that I can receive it. Okay. All right. Good. Okay, lately I've been blessed with the vision and I can see blobs like energy, spirits, and they do pack a punch. Sometimes can make sounds, how to just silence them. Right. So I can understand why you want to silence them. When you learn how to, you tell me. I somehow felt guided that magnetic presence around the body does drain them out. So honestly, we don't control energy. We can transcend energy. We can certainly transform and balance energy, but that's a whole different, it's a different behavior and mindset than trying to control energy. Um, we can manifest things. We can manifest connections. We can manifest objects. We can move objects, but we don't control energy. Energy is so fluid. Energy is unpredictable. So, in order to manifest, you have to corral energy and you have to transcend and you have to balance energy, cleanse it. You have to, sometimes you have to nurture it, cultivate it, and sometimes you have to stay away from it. Um, and I think it's super, it's 11:11. Okay, ready? Take a deep breath in, raise your vibration. Ready? Oh, I gotta turn it off. Sorry, spiritual superstars. That's my alarm. Okay. Okay. Raise it up. Raise it up. Deep breath in. Deep, 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 deep. Challenging your human. Inhale deeply. Kissing your higher self. Connecting with the divine. Relaxing your shoulders on your exhale. And then you can just say, Divine Source, Jehovah, God, Allah, the Most High, Alpha and Omega, however way you call our higher power. Please show me my spiritual guidance the way that I can receive it. And remember, if you're at a crossroads, then you just want to say that. Always talk to God the way that you do, not anybody else. You know, you have a personal connection with our Creator, and it's no one else's business, to be honest. And you just say, if you're at a crossroads, if you want me to do this, I'll do it. I'll be so grateful and grateful already. And thank you so much. And if you want me to do this, I'll do it. I'll do it, and I won't hesitate. Oh, and I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And just show your gratitude. Just be so thankful. Just take it all in. Immediately, Spirit will show you. Okay? So, surrender. As I can feel under threat from them, I somehow felt guided that magnetic presence around body does drain them out. So I can feel under threat from them as I feel drained out. And my throat is always sore when I am in the phase. Thank you, Addict Toys. I appreciate that so much. Behind the light, I see the form of Jesus. Oh, I believe you, honey. And so when you see that, what did it feel like? That's the thing. That's it. Batista says, behind the light, I seen a form of Jesus. Thank you so much for the information. So welcome. Addict Toys, you got me all hot stuff. When you saw the form, what did you feel? What did you see? What did you feel? What did you hear? That's so important. The manifestations of God, messengers of God, our ascended loved ones, we see it, we feel it, it's so true. Right before I felt Jesus, when I had to give birth to my stillborn son. It was many years ago, but it's something you never forget. And I didn't have any support with me, but I had Jesus. I had Jesus, and I saw Jesus. And so I know what you're talking about. I totally believe you. And that was who rocked me to sleep and passed me out every contraction and woke me up every time I needed to not have a contraction, I would look at the monitor and I would be passed out every time the contraction was going to hit. Didn't have any pain medicine or anything. I had to do everything natural, and it was painful. And um, the doctors were not, they were not kind. And it was a really tough experience. It was so painful. And I remember asking God to please help me through the pain and to, how did I word it? I can't remember right now how I worded it, but I remember asking God to take the pain away. Take the pain away. And every time I got ready to have a contraction, that's who I saw at the edge of my bed was Christ Jesus. And I didn't see any like a man-made image or anything like that. What I felt was I was being nurtured like this. I was being cradled, and I could feel Jesus's presence. It was undeniably love. It was joy. It was caress. It was it was it was unconditional love, and it was just pure energy. And I knew it wasn't like Abdul Baha, Baha'u'llah, Muhammad, Krishna, Buddha, Zoroaster. It wasn't any other manifestation of God. It was very clear. It was very gentle. And not to say that other manifestations are not gentle, but yeah, so I'm glad you said that. I'm really glad you said that. So see how we done went from embracing the in between to everything else. I love that. I love y'all so much. I don't want to control it. I just want to get rid of them as they are not doing any good to me, and they kind of rob me of my positive energy. Okay. All right. Should we just keep going on the video? I think we should. I was going to do a separate video, but I think. Thank you, Psychic Abyss. Thank you so much. Okay. You're having muscle spasms. Joander, you need to protect yourself. And don't ever claim, we're going to reword that. Don't word that like that. Because your words are so powerful. You have so much power. Nobody has more power than you. Okay? So we're going to reword that. You're going to say, I have power over me and my positive energy. I have power over me. I have dominion over me and my positive energy, okay? And as much as you just said, you know, people too have been putting curses and spells on you. It's no. We rebuke that. No. No. Your words have power. So, no. Acknowledgement. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. No weapon. No. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. And let me tell you guys something. You have to get downright ugly with energy. You have to get really loud. They don't like noise. Negative energy does not like noise. Having this conversation yesterday with my son's martial arts instructor and his admin, and we were just going on and on about how negative energy manifests and how it is always hungry. It is always looking to feed. And negative energy comes in negative intentions. And that negative intention could be jealousy, it could be envy, it could be so much, just resentment. It could be low vibe energy, lust energy, perverted energy, whatever the energy is, it's ungodly, it's less than, it's lower than who you are, right? And so it's always busy. You have to be busier and you have to be more active and you have to be louder and you have to be filled with faith. And we do all of this in our coaching sessions, but guess what? We're having our group coaching as well, starting on Sunday of this week, right? This weekend, yeah, it's going to be July 4th, Sunday, so we could start our week off right. And I hope you're saging. Make sure you got your sage, Negative energy does not like sage because sage is a cleanser. We know scientifically, sage, it smells so good. Tickle. It smells so good. You wanna, sage is good. It cleanses the bacteria out of the air and it cleanses and it captures negative energy. Sage is a tool we use to help our ancestors do their work on the other side. I wish that I might have it. Let me see. Thank you, Psychic Abyss. That's our spiritual superstar store. That's your store. Gotta go there. Oops. Let's see. I think I got it here. Let me see real quick. Because I want you to hear something about our ancestors. I'm pretty sure maybe it's this one. Can you hear this?
She is an amazing gift to the world. And I was just sharing that with her, that I could never have dreamed that this would be a part of her destiny. That God had given her such great, amazing talent and such a beautiful gift, one that
this might not be the right one, but I can't stop listening.
Their hearts and souls and cause them to be on a different realm of glory. That they will be a healing that will be so amazing that it will take care of all of the sores, all of the hurt, all of the pain, no matter how old they are, remove the scars that stand in the way of her audience achieving their destiny and making their dreams come true. I am so thankful that God gave her the insight to come out of the bubble that she was in, or come out from underneath the veil and bring this talent that she has to be able to grateful for that. And I just cannot, sometimes I think about it, and the only thing that I can summarize it and describe it would be, is that it's just so mesmerizing to me to know that God has blessed me with such a precious gift. And she only has one daughter so far.
But now I can't stop.
I only have one daughter.
Her voice.
And I see these incredible gifts in our grandchildren, her daughter.
I hope y'all don't mind. I really do. I'm so sorry if you do.
To me, it's something that I could never find the words to thank the Creator for. The words are not there, And I don't know if you've ever had that kind of experience where you just can't find the words to describe how grateful you are to God for something. But that's where I am with our daughter, Nicole. She's just an incredible human being. And I know a lot of times people will say, well, I'm not saying it just because it's my child. Well, I'm saying it because it is my child. And I just, I too, she has taught me so much about life in general. I mean, as a young adult, as a youth, as a child, she was always quiet. As a youth, she was always polite. She was always gifted and talented in the arts and the sciences. But who knew where it would bring her to? And so I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to you, her audience, for letting her experience your life. I'm so happy for that and so thankful for it. And so that's what I have to say right now. Thank you so much for listening.
That totally wasn't the one. I promise.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome, baby.
Oh, wait. Listen, she's talking about the ancestors in a second.
My only daughter, that I am so grateful and thankful for.
I promise you it's coming.
It's an amazing gift to the world. And I was just sharing that with her, that I could never have dreamed that as a child, she was always quiet.
Hey, that ain't
As a youth,
all right.
I love you so much.
This one is it.
I love you so much more. So much more. We cannot describe our love for each other.
Psychic Bear.
It runs so deep. Seems as though it's never ending. And that is exactly what it feels like. It's a love that is eternal and will always be here.
I've been missing her so
Will
much.
always be wherever our souls take us. Yeah.
Now you see, when I've talked about you before, and
exactly. Because when you were just talking, I was thinking that it didn't start with me. I have to go back and thank my ancestors. My mom was also a very strong woman who birthed 9 daughters, she and my daddy. And even though they're gone on to the next world now, I still feel their strength. I feel their guidance. I feel that they're a part of my angelic crew that watches over me and protects me and keeps me safe in this world that I have to travel, the spiritual journey, that their hands are on me right now as I'm speaking. I can feel their touch, and I can feel the sensation of the warmth of their touch. And it's a real feeling. I mean, this is not anything that you can make up or you can, know that, and my mother's mother was also very steadfast, staunch, strong, very strong, even right up to the day that she departed this earth. I can remember sitting by her and just being in her presence, how precious that was. But my paternal grandmother was, oh my God, just, I mean, I don't know which one was I think.
Hey, I'm Russ Perfino. And if you're a coach, consultant, expert, author, or speaker, I have just one question for you.
I think they were equally strong in their own ways, and both of them were beautiful. I mean, it was just a kind of powerful model that I knew that I wanted to be like, and so I watched their every move when I was around them. You know, in the air that I breathed, it felt as though I was breathing in a part of them. And so, you know, I'm just eternally grateful to my ancestors for paving the way, for making the sacrifices so that we could be here today and having birthed my beautiful daughter and having birthed our beautiful granddaughter and also our beautiful grandson. So I know it's ancestry, you know, you can't get away from that. And praying for your ancestors and thanking them, because the next world is just a veil away. And it's a step into the invisible realm. That's that we are blessed to be given a chance on this earth to develop those spiritual gifts that we are supposed to develop in order to be strong in the next realm. All of the virtues of kindness, of understanding, of forgiveness, of patience, of love, all of those are attributes of our Creator that He gave us to be able to develop in this world, so that when we leave it, we'll be strong in the next world and we can soar in all of the realms of God's glory and throughout all eternity, which has no end. And you know, if you look in the scripture, you see Alpha and Omega, but that has no beginning and no end. And so I'm just grateful to my ancestors for that. Yeah.
I thank you so much for letting me share my mama with you. She was such a visible spiritual superstar, and she's extremely visible and vocal now. So one of the things that she taught me very early on was how to deal with psychic attack and spiritual warfare. And negative energy sees your light sometimes before you're able to recognize your own beauty, your own light, your own knowing that the Holy Spirit lives inside of you, your own light energy. Okay? So knowing how to decipher between energy is super important. But knowing that once you recognize that energy is negative, it is not of God, how to handle that energy is so important, because sometimes you got to go in the opposite direction. Sometimes you have to face it. But knowing the difference is super important. One thing that you don't want to do is play cat and mouse with negative energy. I have had clients that I have stopped coaching Some I have refused to coach because they like to play that cat and mouse game with negative or ungodly energy. I do not involve myself in that. When someone's jealous of you, envious of you, their intentions are so strong on you. Okay, their intentions are so strong on you that that energy can affect your children. It can affect your marriage, your relationship. It can affect your health. So it's really important that you keep your private life, and you keep your your personal business. Some things aren't meant to be shared. And so what one thing I have found is, as humans, we seek that validation. We must seek it through the Most High first and foremost. And if you are with your partner, you've got a spouse, a significant other, then you go with them. You consult with your spouse, your partner. And if you are single, you still consult with the Most High. When you're with your partner, you still consult with the Most High, but then you also consult with your partner. Be careful about consulting with humans that you kind of trust but don't, because you trust your intuition. So even if it's your best friend and you know that they've got some stuff going on, for example, if their love life is rocky, don't come to them with any problems about your marriage or your love life. Trust yourself, trust the spiritual guidance that's coming to you from the Most High, right? Same thing with your business. Don't consult with someone that's not where you want to be or doesn't have that grit or that business sense the way that you want to have it. You're not consulting with them, right? So be careful about that. I hope that that helps you. I hope that that really makes sense. But don't be fooled into playing cat and mouse with energy that's negative. One of the people that wanted to coach with me, I could not, because they wanted to do that and found it funny. I don't find it funny. I don't play with that. I don't play with it at all. It's not nice, it's not friendly, it's not of God, then it has no place near me. And you can trace that energy back, because spirit will always show you where that energy's origin is. It will show up. That's why I follow my spiritual guidance. What example can I give you? Um, it's happened so often. Um, it's happened so. I'll give you one that is out of jealousy and envy. Um, there was someone that was so. It was like it was a negative. It was such a negative energy. It was like, I don't know if you saw that movie. It was like way back in the 90s. Was a single white female, I think it was, and it was like a roommate, and she was doing everything that a roommate was doing. She changed her whole hair, outfit, everything to match her roommate. It was kind of like that, and it was freaking me out. And I didn't know it at first that this was going on. It was like that Takeover. They made another movie. Was it Takeover? Is that what I'm thinking of? Is that the name of the movie? Yeah, it's like that, identity theft. But it's like deeper than that. It's crazy. So once you identify that, right? Once you identify that, then you can literally track it back to who is doing it, why it's happening. Spirit will definitely show you. So once you are paying attention to how you're feeling when energy is trying to mingle with you, is trying to interfere with you, is trying to get at you or your family. You've got to go hard on it. It was single white female. You got to go hard on it. Some of the things that you can do are be loud. You have to make some noise, and you have to show negative energy who is boss. You are in your home. You are in that situation. You are the boss, and you have to establish spiritual authority no matter what. Okay? You have to go hard on that energy. That's one thing that my mother, her mother, and her mother, so who she was talking about, her grandparents, and her grandfather was 100% Cherokee, grandmama Seminole, and they passed down a lot of beautiful guidance and remedies and practices through generations. So my mama is very fortunate. I'm very blessed to have her knowledge and coming straight from her mama too. And so one of those other things is always know that your ancestors are right there waiting to help you, but you have to let them do their work. When my mother shared with you that she would feel her parents' presence and her grandparents' presence 2 days before my mom was getting ready to ascend, make her transition into the Abba kingdom. They came to me and told me they were ready to take her home. I flat out argued with them. Not ready. You can't take her. I'm not ready. So you can't take her. Come to find out, 2 days, that same day, that same night, when her spiritual team came to me and said that, Nikki, we're getting ready to take her home. We're coming to take Vern home. She asked for the necklace that they guided me to make for her to have it under her pillow instead of on the nightstand. She was wearing it to her treatments. And they had guided me to tell her to wear it and to say certain things and to focus on certain things. But then some of the things she knew automatically, because I told her even when I made the necklace, I don't even know why I'm making it like this. Why are the wings like that? I had angel wings on there, specific angel wings at specific parts of the necklace, specific stones, specific patterns, the whole 9 yards. And she said she knew right away. Boom, she knew. And I didn't. And that's another part of being obedient, is you don't have to know everything. You just have to be obedient to the Most High. And so she asked for the necklace to be placed under her pillow. And the night that she passed on was that Friday. Her spiritual team came to me and told me they were ready to take her home. She came to me too. And I didn't want to accept it. So I was telling her, just hang on spiritually. We've always done that. Always connected spiritually. So I knew right away that it was her, and I knew we were having a spiritual conversation. It was normal. It's been normal since I was a little girl. It was normal for us. So that night, Sunday night, she came to me. Her number is on the screen. 17. And date of birth. Um, Thanks, Mama. Our ascended loved ones. Um, she came to me and she said, Nikki, need you to focus on you and the kids. And when I heard her, I screamed her name. And I asked her, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? And she said it again. We had a full-blown conversation. And I asked her, do I get up now? What should I do? She said, take care of this, that, the other. She gave me a list of stuff to do. And I got up out of the bed and I thanked her and I said, okay. I started taking care of what she told me to take care of. I asked her, how will I know that it's her? How will I know to tell the kids that it's her? She blinked the lights. I said, okay. So when we see the lights flicker, that'll be you. And she flickered again. I said, okay. And I did what I was supposed to do. That's her birthday. Now, thank you so much, Mama. When our ancestors reach out to us, you will know it. You will know it. Today, I told my team, I told my customers, my mama's birthday. This is her birthday month. And we're going to do something super special for her birthday month. And I've been missing her, and I've been fighting depression. Mental health is real, and it deserves the conversation. And it deserves to be recognized for what it is. Spiritual awakening is not psychosis. Depression doesn't mean you're going to have a nervous breakdown. And it doesn't mean that it's the end. It is a new beginning for me and our family. Another thing my mom taught me was to always, and my baby, he does this too. Those two, the only people I trust in the world. My mom and my man. My kids, I trust them, but as adults, those two, they're the only two people that will answer whenever I need. She taught me that a long time ago. Answer the phone in the middle of the night, and it would be and I would call because we would be communicating. Either we would be dreaming in each other's dreams, and we would call each other, or wake up and be thinking of each other, or be thinking of the same thing. For example, plenty of times where we would be thanking our ancestors, going through generations at the same time. And one of the last times I did that, I was focused on her and me. And she just got and I called, and she said, "How can I not thank God? How can I not?" She said, "Tell me, how can I not thank God?" I was just thanking God for a grandma and going back through the generations. So when that happens, recognize it for what it is and pull from it. So just as much as we did that while she was living in her human existence, that didn't come first. It's the spiritual connection that comes first. That will always be there, no matter what. So know how powerful you are in spirit alone. Because the human, the body changes. The body is faulty. But us, the soul, we are perfect. We're just perfect. So, like with love, when you know someone's soul, Trust it. Trust. You will know your true love, and you will know when it's not. You will know unconditional love, and you will know when it's not. Right? Um, and if you all are open to it, if you need to know anything else about twin flame, soulmate love, let me know. And I'll try to get him to come over and we'll do a video. But I gotta know that it's you guys want that, and then I'll ask. So you gotta say that's what you want, and I'll know. Or you can even email me. Let me give you my email address. And I'm just grateful. Thank you so much for letting me rant on this. I did not mean for it to be, I never mean for it to be long. I love to share. And I love y'all. Oh my gosh, I love y'all to life. Love y'all. And to think, I never knew you existed. Never. Until I took that leap of faith and you saw me for the first time and I saw you for the first time. And I couldn't believe it. Did y'all feel like that too? I felt like, who are all these people that get me? Look at my mom's birthday twice on the screen. Girl, you're gonna make me cry. Oh gosh. I was so tough. I'm so tough. I'm such a crybaby. And when it comes to my family, my mom was she was my best friend. And I needed to see that. And I thank you so much for allowing me, just experiencing it with me. Because sometimes we can't talk to our ascended loved ones. And I'm challenged that way because a lot of times I want to ask her, but I can't. And sometimes I have to ask God directly, and I don't want to. I really want to ask my mama, and sometimes I can't. Our ascended loved ones have jobs to do. I just don't believe the assignments stop. And it's a blessing. Both of my children have seen her since she's ascended on. My son and I were standing in the mirror in the bathroom, and all of a sudden, he froze. And the proverbial looked like he saw a ghost. It was all over his face. And I just watched him, and I knew immediately when he froze and what he was looking at. And he stayed like that without blinking for what seemed like hours. And I just thanked God, I just thanked my mama as her birthday is on the screen again. Here it comes. 47. Look at that. Jeez. And then it goes. Both of them go. That's girl, you know you be working it. Thank you so much, Queen Mother. And I just thanked her. And when he came to, he just, and he just smiled so big. When he saw her, he was he was frozen in this smile. And his eyes didn't move. And I've been there and I know that look, I know that feeling. I knew. I could feel Mama's presence. When he came back, he said, it was Nana. I saw Nana. I saw Nana. And he wouldn't stop saying it. I saw Nana, Mama. I said, I know. What she looked like? When our ascended loved ones and our angels, our ancestors come to you, it can be scary. You can feel them touch your face and just love on you, just grace your face, grace your arm. It can be, they can come to you in so many different silhouettes. And like, for example, Archangel Raziel, the spiritual alchemist, came to me just like the universe. That's the best way I can explain it. I asked, and he came to me. I asked, I was laying in the bed, and I asked for him to come to me. And we say him and she in our limited, in our ignorance of, because angels, ascended energies, spirits, ascended loved ones, ancestors, they're not gender anymore. They're not gender. So, but I say he or she based on the energy that I feel that is more divine masculine or divine feminine. And I asked Archangel Raziel, the spiritual alchemist, the magician, and I laid there and I could see you see the lights outside of the blinds and everything. All that went pitch dark. And so, mind you, I'm staring straight in front of me in the bed, and out the corner of my eye, I could see the lights go dark. So I couldn't see them through the blinds anymore. So that's when I knew, it's happening. It's not about to go down, it's happening. So then my human was totally shook, freaked completely out to don't move. That kind of, have y'all ever been there? Have you been to that moment yet where you're just like, don't move, I'm paralyzed, I know this is not human, what's going on right now? Because if you have, it's normal. You know, it's normal. Look at psychic. Mm-hmm. I can hear you. Mm-hmm. It's the truth, right? And and then the lights in the room went down. The Roku player light stopped, and I was really like, I don't even want to breathe right now. Don't nothing move, okay? Nothing. You're not gonna blink. That's out of the question. So you're not gonna move. I don't care what's going on. The itch, nothing. You're not gonna move. And when the light went off on the Roku player, then I noticed the light on the TV, everything. And I noticed the whole dark, the room got pitch black. I mean, I wanted to get under the covers so much, so fast, but I was too shook to even move. And I had asked. So, you know, and I know my spiritual guidance, right? No, I know this. So I still get shook with stuff like that. And it's spiritual alchemy. It defies human logic. So my human, she's, she's good, but she's still like, I'm still human. So then he came, like the universe. And it blew me away. And my mama was the first person I told, Mama, guess what? All my spiritual experiences, I would tell her. So she got it. So y'all got me. If you don't have anybody, you got me. And we're going to get through it together. Right? So we start our group coaching. Uh-huh. That Papa energy. I love that. You said that. That's cool. The universe. Yep. And let me see. So I'm gonna make sure you all have the group coaching link, but you gotta be on the email list at spiritualguidanceacademy.com, or y'all not gonna get it. So you gotta make sure you opted in for the email, and it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. All right, man. What experiences are y'all having spiritually, real quick? I shouldn't even have said real quick. Y'all know this our jam. We could talk about this all night. Sometimes we have. So what is going on with y'all? What kind of experiences are you having? Psychic Abyss, you saying 12, 11. Now so have you started doing your business? You started being really active in your business? Because you're about to be tested. You're saying 12, 11. Or is it 12, 11? It's 12, 11. Y'all very quiet tonight. Did I scare y'all? I hope not. Alright, well, yeah. Oh, you drained. I understand. Okay. Need to get it into gear. Okay, well then I'll challenge you. You up for the challenge? Okay, meditation. So you're gonna meditate. I'm gonna challenge you. Okay, so yes, yes, I'm glad to see that you are up for the challenge. Challenge accepted. Okay, all right. So I am going to, where are you doing your readings at? Facebook, YouTube, where are you doing them at? Why I love our prayer plants, because they move all the time. All the time. Their hands go up in prayer, their leaves, and then they're over here doing this all the time. They're just doing this on their own. So I highly recommend prayer plants. I love them. They're so vocal and visible. It's amazing. All right. So, YouTube. All right. All right. Last bells. Okay, got it. All right, bells. This is what we're going to do. Sunday. You have to do, okay, you're working on it. Good girl. All right. So, you have to do, are you doing June readings? Because if you are, I mean July. Okay, you're doing July. All right. So you are going to do um what's a really good, what are you grounding yourself? Individual knocks me out. Okay, so what's your grounding practice like, girl? You gotta make sure you're grounding yourself and not absorbing that energy. Oh, I'm not talking to you. I ain't even gonna mess with you. You tripping. You tripping. You tripping. As much as you have taken my courses and you've heard me say spiritual safety is number one, and it's horrible. You can't do that to yourself, and you can't do it to your kids. Okay? So you're gonna get a timer, and that's when you're gonna stop, no matter what. That is your challenge, a timer. So what's your limit? 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes? What's your limit? Okay, good. It happens. You're a light worker, you want to give and give and give and give. So now we know that you can't, because you have to be replenished, and you have to give to yourself. So what is your limit on your videos? How many minutes you want to do? $2. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna challenge you for under 20 minutes. Yeah, No way. That's too long. That's too much. Your human can't deal with all of that. That's too much stress. So you are challenged to do that. So we're going to stop wording your statements like that. You can. Your challenge is to limit it. Your challenge is to not word vomit, right? Your challenge is to temper the messages you're receiving. And here's your statement. For the rest of this reading, I encourage you to reach out to me for a private reading. Something like that. Word it yourself, but keep it 6 words in that statement, and that's it. 6 to 7. And that's what you're going to repeat. So write it down in a big, big marker. Put it right in front of you. Boom. When the timer goes off, you're going to say that statement. You're going to say that statement. And here's what's going to happen is your audience already knows that you've got that message waiting for them because you have already channeled part of that message. And your energy doesn't lie. And you are very gifted. And you're very compassionate, very giving. So that's going to create that space of the balance that you're missing, because the universe needs you to stay in balance, right? With the universe, for the universe to give to you, right? So God says, don't give of yourself until you are filled up, right? And so once you're filled up, you can give, because when you give, you're going to receive. But when you're giving, and you're not giving your audience a chance to give back, you're out of balance. So you are being selfish. And that's the best way to look at it. I had to look at it that way too. And so I tell my coaching clients, I tell my students, give to receive, and you receive what you deserve. So you have the timer, you have the statement, and you have to honor that, and you have to allow them to give to you. So that is service, that's payment for your services. And you're giving and receiving. They're giving and they're receiving from you. Okay? Thank you for asking. You know I love you. I'm so glad that that you shared that openly, because a lot of people are going through that and they don't know how to stop and turn it off. And it's hard. It's like we're a fountain. We're just flowing all the time. And so being in business, doing what we love, which is channeling spiritual guidance, the messages, it's like, how do I cut it off? How do I charge for an hour when it turns into 2 hours? How do I charge for 30 minutes when it turns into an hour and a half? Sometimes it's like that. It still happens with me, so don't beat yourself up or be hard on yourself. But yeah, so I just challenge you to do that. All right. Spiritual superstars, thank you so much for tuning in always and letting me come over to you, and we just have such a good time. Thank you so much for letting me share about my mama, my queen mother. And I know this video title is not going to be what this video is all about. That's how it goes. So get on over. Make sure that you are a member. You are a student at spiritualguidanceacademy.com. spiritualguidanceacademy.com. We have our 3-day mindfulness coming up, and that is going to be amazing. We're going to wake up together. We're going to check in midday together. We're going to reflect at night together. And we're going to reach our happy space together and be able to get back to that happy zone all of the time. And it's not just that, it's being able to really lock it down for you and your family and really reach that point of groundedness that you need in the eye of the storm. And so, in order to really live that happiness throughout your day and even throughout the night, it's important that you do certain things, starting with a really strong, healthy spiritual practice. All right, so we're going to go through all of that. I'm going to share some really important tips and tricks and strategies and methods that I have just learned over 43 years. So it won't take you that long. I've just been able to put them together very succinct fashion so that you can take it and get results from something very simple and easy to apply in your life. So I hope and pray that that helps. We also have our group coaching kicking off on Sunday, July 4th. I believe it's at 9 a.m. But don't make me tell any stories. You gotta be enrolled because I'm not asking you for any money right now, so you gotta be there. You gotta be there. We're gonna see how it goes, um, because we've done it before and we're learning. So the in between, right? It's gonna be the bomb. So yeah, I love y'all. Mwah. Have a beautifully blessed night. And remember, if you are up for coaching, I know I'm ready. You just gotta be ready. I'll talk to you soon.